Higginbox here. Welcome to MUT Men podcast number 197. We have a big superstar, big Steeler fan on our podcast. Matt, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
Good. So I kind of want to do a little bit of intro for the people. Talk about your history with Madden, your content creation and everything, and what you've kind of done over the years. And so like people... Like we're on Apple and iTunes. They can't see you. People on Fox 2 can see you. By the way, please rate us 5-star on those platforms. Really helps out the podcast. Go ahead, man. And then on top of that, why'd you decide to use your whole name?
Okay, I'll go on that. Yeah. So I'll start with the whole name thing. So yeah, what's up, chat? My name is Matt Petito. The reason why I decided to use my whole name is I used to do like YouTube when I was a kid. I'm 20, by the way. I used to do YouTube, I would say around like 12, 13. My name was Vicious Plays. And I just felt like, for me personally, using my whole name, it's kind of getting personal with my chat. So they know me as Matt, because that's who I am. I find people who don't use their name, it's fine. You can use any name, doesn't matter. It's about the type of content you're making more than a name. But I try to be as natural and authentic as possible. That's why I chose Matt Petito. It's just my name, because that's my name on all socials. I just said, you know what? I'm not going to put up a facade, or like when people see me in the street, I wouldn't want them to say, yo, Vicious Plays, in my opinion. It just sounded weird, growing up. So I was like, you know what? Let me just say Matt Petito. So that's that. And
has anybody ever found you IRL and freaked you out?
What, about my name? About like in person?
Yeah, in person.
Oh yeah, I get a lot of people come up to me in person. I really don't say like a freak out. The only freak out I ever had, not like a freak out, like the only time I was like, whoa, what are you doing? I was with my girlfriend and I was just taking a mid bite of Chick-fil-A, and this kid just came up to me like, yo bro, can I take a picture? Like, just like right as I'm eating. And like, I love meeting new people. I'm just a people person. I always been since I was a kid. But when he came up to me mid bite, I was like, yo, what is going on? Like I'm just eating my Chick-fil-A. I'm about to choke on my chicken. Like, I just didn't know what to do. So I just stopped what I was doing. And, I didn't want to be rude. I didn't want to say, get away from me like a DiCaprio type of person. I said, I'll take a picture with him. I said, he's a little kid. He was about like maybe 10, 12. He doesn't know any better. So I said, let me not take something out on him. Let me just take a picture with him. And that was really it with that.
Yeah, I also hate choking the chicken.
Yeah, no, that sounded like yeah.
So was this on or off the Jersey boardwalk? Like, is that where you're from? Where are you from?
So yeah, I'm from Staten Island, New York. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But,
so how did you become a Steelers?
This was actually in Jersey. This was in Jersey.
It wasn't Jersey. See, dude, what the heck?
Yeah, no, it was in Jersey, which is kind of weird. Yeah, this was in Jersey.
And I like it, dog. So I got a pretty boomer chat, and they were all like, 20-year-old, you still are young, you still are a kid too. So like, yeah, you got a lot of time in front of you with the content creation stuff. But like, so how did you become a Steelers fan out there?
Oh, how I became a Steelers fan? It was 2009. I was in school and my elementary school, and a lot of kids were wearing just jerseys, not just Steelers jerseys, Jets, Giants, Broncos, Packers. They were wearing a ton of jerseys, and I always I wanted a jersey, so I took out of my brother's closet a Troy Polamalu jersey because I liked the colors. Yeah. And at the time in 2009, do the math, I believe I was in 4th or 5th grade, and I also enjoyed watching football, and I just loved the black and yellow. So since then, I wore that Troy Polamalu jersey, and I still have it today. And that's how I literally became a Steeler fan. And that same year, the first year I became a Steeler fan, we won the Super Bowl against the Cardinals. So like it was kind of like a wow, like the first year I'm a fan, I win the Super Bowl. Everyone called me a front runner. And I said, guys, you don't understand. Like my father grew up in the 70s, 80s. So he grew up with the Steel Curtain, Bradshaw, Stallworth, the whole 9 yards. He grew up with that type of team. So I, just got it from him and my brother too.
Yeah. I feel like we all pick our favorite team at that age and just stick with it the rest of our lives. Like it's so rare to change that. Like you I guess was that 2000? You said 9. Was it an 08 when we won that one?
Oh yeah, 08. That's what I mean. 08-09 season. Yeah.
But yeah, so it's I guess success breeds people all over the nation becoming that, because like I became a Steelers fan too around the exact same age, and it's so funny that like no matter what team it is, like if they disappoint me, like I'm just glad it's the Steelers and not like if I grew up during like in the Jets. 80s, I would become a Washington fan or something. The Jet, the SAC exchange. So it could have been real bad.
Yeah, even the Browns, man. Imagine being a Browns fan. It's just like
I know
it's miserable.
It's crazy. Like the Oilers became, they've been the champion of the North/Central more recently than the Browns.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's
crazy.
It's hilarious. So like right before this podcast, we were talking about like we're gonna get to MUT here because this is the MUT Man podcast and everything. But I do want to talk about one last thing in the Steelers because like before the podcast started, you were completely out on Tomlin, and you're completely in on like Flores. You said, and I said Flores did nothing. Like I don't see any results. And the thing is, like, I know Flores, like, he wants to interview, like, defensive coordinator positions, but I don't think we don't get any draft pick compensation for D coordinators, so it'd be tough to lose him to that instead of, like, becoming, like, a head coach, and it's completely selfish reasons getting that promoted. So, I don't know. I hope, I just hope for the best for the future of the franchise, obviously, but I don't know. I'm like, opposite. I'm in on Tomlin and kind of, like, I still haven't seen shit out of Flores.
So am I. It's not like I'm not in on Tomlin. I love Tomlin. Like, I love Coach T. It's just I love his vibe around the locker room. I love him as a people person and as a coach, but I don't know who to blame. Who do you point the finger at? Since 2016, no playoff win. Is it the players? I mean, look at the team we had over the course of these, I don't know, past like 6 years. We had a stud lineup in 2016, 2017, even with the Shazier injury. How do you let Chris Hogan absolutely do that to you in an AFC Championship game is beyond me. He's a lacrosse player, undrafted. It's just stuff like that. Like, you don't, as a Steelers franchise, you're notorious for being known as this franchise that when you play the Steelers, you're pissing yourself a little bit. You're getting a little worried because you're playing the Pittsburgh Steelers, and I feel like we don't have that in us anymore. Like that like that Steelers mentality. When people play the Steelers, they look at us and like, oh, it's just this TikTok team. Before like that during the era of 2020, 2021, like, oh, they're just going to dance on our logo. We don't have that mean to us, I feel, anymore. The only mean to us we have is TJ Watt. That's on the defensive side, and Minka. That's all I see.
Yeah, I don't agree with that. I think Minka Fitzpatrick is a mean son of a bitch. But like, as for Tomlin, the angriest I've been watching football in the last, I don't know, maybe my life, was it 3 years ago now against the Browns when we got knocked out of the playoff in that first round pick? We went down early, really bad, like the snap over there.
I remember that. That was 2020. Yep.
And then Roethlisberger's driving down at the end of the first fucking half, and it comes to like fourth and midfield, maybe slightly over midfield, and Tomlin's coward ass chose to punt. After we had all the goddamn momentum in the. I was seriously like, if I wasn't throwing things, I was at least punching the air.
I was
that
too.
Was like. That's the worst part about Tomlin is this cowardice. Like they spend all this time every fucking week to like get the slightest edge on people to like win the game, and then just like throw away these opportunities that present themselves like positive ways of winning the game. They just like don't even care. He needs to be absolutely more aggressive. Like remember, was it half a decade ago or more where they're like, we're just gonna keep going for 2 points because statistically it's the best way of doing it, and then they abandoned fourth down probably I don't know. But yeah, as Cameron Hayward's also
Hayward's a dog. I love Hayward. I think Hayward's one of the best defensive tackles in the NFL. I feel like he's underrated. People think Aaron Donald's better than him, but statistical wise, you compare the two, they're very close. If not, Hayward's better at some things than Donald. So, like you were saying though, I feel Tomlin plays scared football. That's how I feel with the Steelers recently. You have times where you're taking field goals, and like that scenario, fourth and short, you're driving, you have a potential to come back in that game, and you're playing scared in a playoff game. You're home. I get like the 2020, it was COVID, no fans. That plays a factor, but you can't play scared. And we play scared football, even with George. Another thing, like this next season, if I don't see George Pickens getting a lot of deep throws like AB used to, what are we doing? I mean, like George Pickens is the best receiver on our team, and we're not throwing the ball in a one-on-one contested coverage, which every time we've thrown it, it's a highlight reel.
Yeah. So, why are we doing that at least once a half? Like every time we see one-on-one with him, just chuck it.
Yeah, just chuck. What's the worst that happens? Go to out of bounds, or just one-on-one. He's George Pickens. This guy is, I know he gets like this menace look, but he's a great receiver, talented. You throw a ball up to him, he's getting that ball. Somehow, some way, Yeah.
But
I have to blame Canada. Someone in the chat just said Canada. What's your thoughts too on Matt Canada? Because me personally, I don't want to hate him too much. We had Todd Haley. I mean, I really didn't like him. But what is your opinion too with like Matt Canada?
Multiple times this past season, defenders, we could hear them on mics saying, it's all the same plays. There's no creativity to their offense, right? It's a high school offense. We've heard this by like people that like serious analysts in the NFL. They're like, this is just basic awfulness. And I get it, like rookie quarterback, but they didn't have to start the year with a rookie quarterback. And then like the dumbasses, right? They're the hardest stretch of the year. We had like that 10-game stretch after Thursday Night Football to prep for, I forgot who was right after. Was it the Bills or something?
Yeah,
what game did Kenny Pickett come in at halftime on? I forgot which one. But anyways, zero first-team reps. And if Trubisky was one half of football away from being benched,
oh, Trubisky's terrible.
Why would you give Pickett no first team reps up until that point? And then you threw him into the hardest goddamn stretch of football in the entire NFL this season.
Yep, that was the Jets game.
It was the Jets? Yeah, like great defense too. They just, they suck because of their offense, but dude, it was disgusting to see. And so yeah, as far as Canada specifically, it's a basic scheme. We see all these great offensive teams. Like look at Brock Purdy. And I understand the Niners have a better offensive line, but like look at how many points they're putting up on a weekly basis with the same rookie quarterback. It came into the season midway through, and they're like heading potentially to the Super Bowl in a week. So
I don't know. I think if you put Kenny Pickett in there, they're the Super Bowl team too. It's just you have to look at the 49ers too as a whole. Like their offense is insane. But getting back to like the Steelers thing with Matt Canada, I feel like he's just a college offensive coordinator coach. I think he
wasn't even good at college.
Yeah, that's where he came from. But his play calling is like college football. It's literally just the same 3 plays. It's you have Gunnar Olszewski coming around for or a Claypool coming around for an end around sweep. It's just the same things. It's run, pass, and then you punt. And it's just the same repetition. And as a Steeler fan, you want to punch something every time you see it because you're like, I call better plays in Madden than him. So, like, what are you doing here? Like, there has to be some sort of issue with him. He's getting paid. I'm not getting paid for it. We got to get a better offensive coordinator. And the fact that we are one of the lowest scoring offenses in the NFL and we're not shopping for an offensive coordinator is just beyond me. Because, again, the franchise plays scared. They're not going to change an offensive coordinator till next season. They're not doing it this season. They would have already done it. And Byron Leftwich is a terrible offensive coordinator as well. I don't know why people are saying him. Been seeing on Twitter. I don't know if Leftwich would even be good. I know he had a washed Brady at the end of his career, and the Buccaneers offense isn't that good. But
you think Brady's washed? I think they're like the thing about the Bucs.
I wouldn't say washed. I just don't think he's as good anymore.
Okay,
he's losing it.
Yeah,
because if you're Tom Brady, the Tom Brady I remember, I know like the Patriots, you don't get blown out by the Cowboys like that. You don't.
Their offensive line, like, and I think a lot of the offensive coordinator job, like Leftwich, and I realized the Bucs looked a lot better when they went to like the hurry up than when they were actually called to play. So I think bringing him in as like a I don't know, a quarterback, like I don't know what you bring in Leftwich as, but like it's not a bad hire because like a season ago, like this is how crazy like fortunes changed in the NFL. A season ago, he was like the hot new up and coming thing. Everybody loved him. And then this season under a different head coach, and it's just like this guy sucks, fired. And it is strange because Canada, every other team that scored like that was slightly worse than the Steelers, like I don't know, like the 6th worst offense. Every other team either fired their head coach or their offensive coordinator this past season. So like
that's what I'm saying. Like look at the Broncos. The Broncos are one of them. The Ravens are one of them. And listen, if you look at the AFC North and the chat, and I want to hear the chat what they think about this too. When you look at the AFC North now, we have probably one of the hardest divisions now in football when it comes to competition. You have Joe Burrow, who in my opinion is a future MVP and talks for MVP. You have Lamar, which I think he's going to the Dolphins, whatever he does. But that defense on the Ravens is amazing. They have an amazing defense, in my opinion. They have a great defense. They almost beat the Bengals. I know it was a division rival, but we need to bring that fire back. We need some sort of coaching to change or environment to bring us back as a winning franchise, because this season, I was even talking to people about it. I had us literally losing as a losing record. And if it wasn't for Kenny Pickett and Najee Harris with a lucky wheel route, which was very lucky as a touchdown, I think we should have.
No, that was kind of a dot.
Listen, it was a dot, but don't get me wrong. Like, look at the games we won. People are trying to say how great this stretch was. And this is the reason why they're not firing Canada. If we didn't win those games, right, on that like huge win streak, Canada would have been gone. But now that Canada went on a 5-6 game winning streak, that's all not talked about now. Now it's like, oh, Canada led this franchise to wins. No, like look at the team. We're playing the Falcons and barely winning by 3. Like the Falcons? Please.
It is true. The schedule got a lot easier second half of the
no one talks about the schedule.
And their defense actually was the reason why they won those games too. Mm-hmm. It was like keeping them to like,
Mika with the pick.
16 points. Yeah. And so I agree. Their offense was absolutely pathetic. But here's the thing is like, all right, okay, going forward, they got some good draft capital here. And like somebody in chat put this, said like Billy Bean, the Buffalo GM, said it's hard to keep pace with the Bengals because they got Jamar Chase and Burrow on like cheap. Because like the Bengals are only ever good when they have a #1 overall draft pick quarterback, right? They're trash otherwise, but they have it now. And they're going to have that for 15 more years.
Yeah.
And so they're going to keep winning. And so... And so we need to, like, you know, the Steelers, we're drafting at the end of the first round. We still get Hall of Famers, right? We still get TJ Watt. We still get Minka when we trade for him. So, like, it's like a different rule set because we don't suck enough for us to get those, you know, top 5 picks. We haven't had a top 5 pick in Steelers since 1973 or 1972?
Yeah.
Was the last time we had a top 5 pick. So, like, it's harder, obviously, but that's not an excuse.
Because we're a winning franchise, too.
Yeah, so in the Steelers, like when I watch Philadelphia play football right now, they're dominating the trenches. They're always investing in the trenches. The Steelers, like, what do we do on the offensive line? We like ask like some 4th round guys to hold up against Myles fucking Garrett. And Dan Brown's been fine against Garrett, but he's been trash otherwise. Like, how the hell are the Steelers not drafting and not developing more offensive linemen? Like, because that I think is the major problem in their offense. I like people want the people are asking for us to draft a wide receiver next year in this upcoming draft. Don't draft a wide dude. They need beef unless everybody goes before you. Now there's no talent left. But like, dog, come on.
Yeah, so that's my thing with the draft. I was just while you going to the bathroom real quick, I was talking to the chat. They asked me, Matt, who do you think is the Steelers should draft? And if available, you take Jordan Addison, reunite with Kenny at Pitt.
No,
I would do it. I would do it. Look at the receivers. Honestly, who on our team is a good receiver besides Pickens? I don't think Deontay's good. He hasn't got a touchdown last season. That could be play calling. I feel just, my opinion, Calvin Austin, he's coming off the IR. That's really it. I mean, I think you need another receiver.
Didn't you just tell me like 10 minutes ago that the Steelers could draft a 5th round receiver and they're great?
No, that's what I'm saying. But I'm saying that's why I said if available. If available, take Jordan Addison. Because I would love to see that connection again. But I think we should go either Joey Porter, his son, the cornerback from Penn State. That's a great decision. Or you go someone with the offensive line. Like you said, we need meat. We need that offensive front. I mean, look at Dan Moore. I mean, I think I could play better offensive line than him. He's just that bad. He's just that bad. Like, and it's just so depressing watching it every week, just seeing someone just go flying past him, and you're like, wow, how are you in the NFL? It's just sad. It's just sad. We need offensive line. I don't get me wrong. The reason why I said receiver is because Jordan Addison's a phenomenal receiver. You give him Kenny that connection again from Pitt, that could be something, but that's if available. Maybe you can get him in the 2nd. You can obviously the Steelers are known for farming in the 3rd and 4th. It's just my opinion. I think we should do one of those things, and whoever is the best available offensive line at pick 17, you got to take. That's just my opinion. Or Joey Porter. So
if they got a 1st round grade, I don't think you can take it just for a team need. You got to take best talent available a lot of times in the NFL. And the thing is, like I don't think their pass catchers are bad. I'm agreeing with Zeph here. Like, dude, Muth can catch the pass. They barely target him in the middle of the field this year. It felt like Cam Hayward or Connor Hayward actually like made that incredible like fucking like what was that? A guy over like a defender underneath the safety.
Falcons game?
Yeah, like it was crazy. I was like, okay, so he can catch too. Like I don't feel that we don't need pass catchers. We don't need it. Like we don't even target Pickens enough as it is. Right?
I agree with you. Yeah, I can see where you're coming from.
So give me corner, give me defensive interior, and offensive line. And I you know, the rest, as long as you got time for Kenny back in the pocket. And to be fair, the offensive line did improve through the season. You got a lot better timing at the end of the year, a lot more time in the pocket. But that's all I gotta say is best player available. I would not force the Addison connection.
Yeah, the one thing I have to say too, I was just making sure too. This is a guy who I love on the Steelers right now, and I think the chat can agree with me. Jaylen Warren, undrafted, he's phenomenal. I mean, I was just making sure I got his last name right. I just completely just had a brain freeze. But Jaylen Warren has been phenomenal. I mean, he is showing that dog mentality, and as you see, like Najee's coming off of, you know, like that injury, that whatever it was with his foot. I think it was like a Lisfranc, something like that. Yeah. I don't know what exact terminology, but he's a baller. He's a stud. He's a stud that I think is a great 3rd down running back. Obviously, we have Benny Snell, but I just think Warren is just insane. I love Warren. He's just that 5'7", 5'8" power back, dude. And I love him.
I could seriously watch Jaylen Warren in pass protection for the rest of my life and be satisfied.
Yeah.
That guy is so cool, flipping linebackers. Like just like dude's like 200 pounds. and he plays like he's 250. Dude
Yeah,
has got
that's what
like
I'm saying.
I'm worried. Like that guy, like definition of dog in him.
Yeah,
but
that's
like
what
I
I'm
feel like
saying,
we
he's
should get
that
back to we should get to Mutt stuff. It's been a while on the podcast.
Yes, let's talk about Mutt.
Yeah, let's talk about Mutt for sure. Okay, so Mutt, how's your experience with it this year?
Terrible.
Really?
I'll tell you how it is. So I've been playing Madden and since like '09. I played past Maddens, but the first Madden I purchased was '09, 5 on the cover. First, obviously, you had Madden 12 with Peyton Hillis. That was the first Mutt. And I just think this is something I have to express. It just got pay to win over the years went on. That's number one, especially this year. I know how they were trying to do this like season pass type of thing. That I think that's just, in my opinion, too much. The way they got rid of weekend league, that was depressing. But overall, with Mutt as a whole, like you tweeted out, I said this to my chat. If this was a game that was supposed to give a memorial to John Madden, this is their outcome. They must have hated John Madden. I said that to my chat. They must have really hated the man, because how do you come out with this kind of game? It's just, I think this is one of the worst Maddens of all time.
Really?
Yeah, I put it up there as one of my most non-memorable Maddens I never want to play.
But rank them. What are your least favorite 3 Maddens?
Okay, 21, Madden 21. I would say this, 23. 19. I really didn't like that much.
Huh.
And then after that, I think every single Madden was great. Like I can name the top 5 best Maddens. That I can do. I mean,
okay, best ones.
All right, best ones. First, you got Madden 25. You got Madden 13, Madden 16, Madden 20. And even I could put Madden 17 in there too.
Really?
So, yeah,
so
I genuinely I like
20
because of quarantine. That's why I like 20. But I think 25. I had the most memories on that game. 13 was phenomenal. Calvin Johnson on the cover. So I had a great time on those Maddens. The only thing I didn't like about 13 were the injury contracts, which were terrible. But happy they got rid of that. But yeah.
Yeah, we look at 17 and 20. Wow, very different. I did not like the gameplay of 20. Every day I booted up and streamed 20, I was waiting and praying for it to end. Like literally week 1 of 20. Week 1 of 20, I saw what the meta was, which was send 8 and then stretch, and I like.
Was that the year of Eric Dickerson, right? The OP?
Yeah, Dickerson came a little bit later and made it even worse.
Yeah, that's why I liked it. Honestly, it was just so fun. It was just so fun. Just running with Eric Dickerson. It was fun. That's what a video game should be. And like what they did with Quadfather, like people complaining on Twitter, they raised the AP. The reason why I really hate this Madden is, and I mean this, they're so lax. Like they don't care. I really don't think EA cares anymore. Like they just don't care. Like how lazy they've been this year with promos. How lazy they've been with bugs and updates. In my opinion, the delays. I talk about this at the chat all the time. This Madden. I feel like it's torturous to play Mutt. That's why I'm trying to drift my way to regular teams, and I'm having a way better time playing regs. But yeah, this Madden, it's just they don't care about us anymore. That's how I feel about Madden now. They don't care about us. They want your money, and that's really it. Because that's all I see now. I see the pay to win. I see they really don't care about updating the game. They don't do it fast enough, efficient enough. Like, how do you go from a game, Madden 13, Madden 25? I want to know your top 5 too. But Madden 13, Madden 25, you go from those amazing Maddens, right? And advancement in technology to this.
Gameplay? Are you talking about gameplay wise or Ultimate Team wise in those 2 games?
I would say Ultimate Team wise. Because
okay.
I didn't have to pay money to play Madden 25 and 13. I would spend, like, for my birthday, I'd ask my mom, please, for my birthday, can I have a $50 Xbox 360 card? And then she would give it to me, and I got it for, Christmas, birthday. And, that would set me up for a while. I didn't have to spend a lot of money. Now I feel like I'm chokehold every week. My chat's telling me, Matt, you got to buy the new bundle. You have to buy the new bundle. Because I don't really have, like, that coin sponsorship or anything like that, so I can't really have a connection with the coins. But, like, when it comes to terms of, getting players, the only way you get players is spending money. Or you could grind, but how can I go up a team against with a 97 overall I have a 93, 94 outdated since December? I haven't really played much since then. So, like,
okay.
So that's the issue now, because I'm going through this weird patch where I really want to play Mutt because I love it, because I've been playing it since like, again, a little kid, 12 years old. But now it's like, man, I have to do another 100, another 100, another 100. And like, it's just every week, I feel it's the same thing every $100. And even with that $100, you would expect something good. Oh, here's a 93. Oh, here's a Halloween promo, 89, 80, 90. It's just like stuff like that bothers me with this Madden.
Yeah, so a couple things is some of that is just you being a content creator and your chat wanting to see the content, right?
That's that. I 100% understand that, but this Madden, don't get me wrong, the gameplay, in my opinion, like in game, I like. It's the idea around it. It's just the overall they don't care about us type of mentality. So if you don't care about us, why should we care about your game? And I don't know what's your opinion with this Madden, and also what's your top 5 best Maddens as well.
I'll take care of the top 5 first. My top 5 favorite Maddens, like, are we talking like Maddens or MUT Maddens?
That's the thing. So I'm talking about MUT Madden. That's why I like 1325.
Okay. So I've been playing Madden since the early 2000s, but only franchise mode until 15. 15 was the first year I got into MUT, and that's also the first year I started creating content because I got addicted to it. And so as far as MUT Maddens, my favorite one, number 1, I actually created a list, but I'm just gonna try and remember what I was doing. Number 1 was 16.
I love 16.
Number 2, as far as MUT Maddens, I almost feel like 23 is gonna make my top 5.
Really?
15 is gonna make my top 5. But I mean, I feel like everybody's first MUT is one of their favorite MUTs, so it's tough to be unbiased about 15. 15 was just fun though. 15 and 16 were the last like the quote unquote fun Maddens before it became competitive.
Yeah.
As far as MUT, gameplay wise, 20 was awesome, but MUT in 20 was actually really good. But gameplay wise, takes 20 down.
That's why.
I think 23 definitely makes my top 5 without a doubt. I think makes top 3 in there. And then 22, 21.
It's just weird with me. Like, I don't know. Me personally, with Madden as a whole, this year, I don't know if it's just me or can the chat agree, like, or you, like, this Madden, I feel like every time I play it, I just want to get off. Like, I don't know what it is because I love the in-game gameplay. Don't get me wrong. I just feel it's such repetition. There's no weekend league. There's nothing to play for. Like, I'll do a Super Bowl run, right? I'll like, all right, we're going to do a Super Bowl run tonight. And it's just a repetition. And like, especially during these months, you want the hype, the good promos, like the team of the year. That was supposed to come out. They don't care. You think they want
2 months? 2 months late.
Yeah, we'll give it to you. We'll give it to you in the April promo and Easter promo.
March, yeah. They literally said it's coming out in March.
Yeah, think about that. That's like crazy. They don't care. Like, it's like, and I care so much about Madden because, again, this is my childhood. This is the only game left of part of my childhood because I played Call of Duty and everything, but this was what this is where you make or break friendships on Madden. People scamming and you're doing wagers and stuff. Like, Madden to me was it's an amazing experience. But they just don't care. They definitely past 3 years after COVID, they stopped giving a crap. That's my opinion.
That's when they brought an NBA Live guy. Remember the NBA Live series?
Yes.
It got nobody bought it because it was shit, and so they had all this NBA Live staff, and they're like, wow, what do we do with them? And then they took a guy and put him in charge of fucking MUT, and it's like, why the fuck would you make a guy of a failed franchise into like one of your premier ones right behind FIFA, right there with Apex and stuff like that? And they're like, yeah, you know what, this guy's a great one to lead it. And instead of like promoting from the Madden team itself, they're like, let's make an NBA guy who clearly cares about the NBA in charge of MUT. I'm like, god dang, stupid. EA's upper management. I don't even want to get started.
Yeah,
but
just the one thing I want to bring up too with gaming as a whole, because someone brought up like 2020, like COVID made them worse. I think every company got hit with COVID. Like, in my opinion, you're competing against a game called Fortnite, and this game Fortnite's free to play, first game cross-platform. I just don't think there'll ever be a game as good. And I know we're going a little off topic, but I just want to bring us a whole. How can a company compare to a free-to-play cross-gen game? So that's another thing. Like, when is cross-gen coming in Madden? This is something I've been wanting.
How would cross-gen change your experience?
A lot, in my opinion, because I have people on Xbox who want to play me, like in people chat and just friends, and I'm like, yo, I would love to play you in Madden, but I was going back and forth. This is my 3rd time having a PlayStation. I would go to Xbox, PlayStation. I love PlayStation. Like, I love their controller. It's one, in my opinion, best controller of all time. But besides the point, I wish they I wish they just add in a cross-platform era to Madden, because that would make this game, in my opinion, 10 times better, in my opinion. Because again,
Yeah, no,
FIFA's cross-platform, so why can't Madden be?
Yeah, it can. Like I think NHL even has it, FIFA has it.
Yeah.
But like the thing about like MLB The Show, the that's what I played during like the springtime. They got cross-platform, and I thought it did nothing. Right? If only the only thing it added was like more lag. If you ever played like a Nintendo person, that was awful. But like I guess I was only thinking like, yeah, playing with your friends is a huge W. And obviously I just don't. I think crossplay is a W, but it's like as long as we only crossplay with consoles, right? Like the issue I find is if they crossplay with PC, because PC's market's dead, but PC is so much easier to bot, and Madden's EA's got enough freaking errors as it is. Like I don't want to go and play against PC dudes. Like I hate playing any sort of first-person shooter against anybody on PC because of all the cheats and stuff that you see consistently on much better companies than EA's.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to bring up too. Like cross-platform wise, I would only want Xbox and PlayStation if that's a possibility. Because, like you said with PC, there's a lot of leveling up bot glitches. You know, there's people who buy people in the markets. So, in my opinion, I would just want it on Xbox, PlayStation. I think that alone would be what makes or breaks this Madden. Because what can they add this next Madden? That's another thing I want to talk to you about. I talked to my chat about that.
Tons.
The things they have to add to this Madden, what do you think they have to? I'll say mine after, but what do you think they need to add for Madden 24 to make Madden good or greater?
Just gameplay-wise or MUT too?
Overall. Gameplay, franchise, everything. What do you think?
There's so many things. Custom audibles, depth chart substitutions like franchise has in MUT. So sort of parallel system. The more you use a card, the better overall, like a talent tree type of system. That would be great for adding depth to getting stats with cards. The level system being a little more in depth. We could add like so many different features to the game itself. Make draft valuable as far as rewards. Update it more often. I know some people ask for salary cap back, but nobody played salary cap because it was so poorly done. They could do salary cap and separate it out by offense and defense again. Do that. Like we go on and on as far as like, you know, making zones play their zones, like fixing the game as far as so many fucking problems with it.
Yeah,
like
the fucking zones is something else.
Packs inside packs, sets that reward coin. There was like remember those coin reward packs with when you put like an elite badge, you get like there's so many things. Refs on the field. Shut up, K-Mac. Like there's so many different things that they could do in this game. All right, what do you got?
All right, so I think what you could add to this game, and I don't know, call me crazy, but making it a little realistic. How about you bring back the ref on the field? That's number one. Like I feel like
Wait, are you serious? They don't need that at all. Who gives a shit about the refs?
the little, I'm talking littles to big. That's
I
what
don't play football for refs. Unless that's the reason all my pass interference get missed.
No, that's true.
This ain't the ref show.
No.
Get them zebras off my football field.
I listen. I would love a ref back in Madden. Also,
what the fuck?
Speaking about refs, they need to bring back this fucking challenge shit, because there's times where you got to challenge and you can't even challenge. It's broken. It's not even. It literally says challenge play. You press it, it does nothing. It says basically go fuck yourself. That's basically what it says. Like I want to challenge.
Here's the thing. Chat's saying let you cook, but the thing about the challenge is like I think Clint came out and said this a couple years ago. Some EA dev said that like in order for the challenge system to work, and it's been broke for about 10 years, or maybe 6 years, I forgot, but it's been broke since it was put in. Like it worked for a couple years and they broke it. But like in order to get the challenge system right, they gotta like make the referees call plays wrong. And then the challenge works, which is fine in franchise, but challenge should not be in like MUT at all. Like, I don't know. Are you saying in MUT we should have challenges or what?
As a whole, like, I don't know. There's times where I listen. I talk to my chat. Like they'll be like, "How was that not a touchdown?" And it's in bounds, and it's just not a touchdown. It's just little things like that. Where also a PI call. Like I don't know if you ever seen this, where I'll be using say a sub linebacker as a safety, like say Julius Peppers, that new card, and I'm like using him or whatever. And it's kind of like a glitch where like the receiver will do like a little crosser, like a PA crosser type of play, and he just gets stuck on him. And then all of a sudden he releases off that user and it's not a PI. And I try to throw it him and it's a pick or whatever. It's overthrown. It's just stuff like that. It doesn't make sense. Like that's a clear hold PI. And my player is getting held and I'm banging my desk like, yo, what's going on? How was that on a PI? You know?
Oh yeah, I rage about that stuff all the time. It's so bad. Yeah, I agree.
And the other things they have to add, those are the two little things. But another little thing, and call me crazy, I'm all about like critiquing the littlest things, because if you're gonna make me pay $100 every year, you have to have something better. You know,
Yeah.
I don't know about you. I take off announcers every year. Now imagine if they had Tony Romo as an announcer. I'm listening to that. Just his voice. I know this is like just little things like that. You add back great announcers. Like these announcers suck. I don't want to listen to them. I shut it off.
Like a Tony Romo ASMR session.
I like that. You know what I'm saying? Like Tony Romo, Chris Collinsworth, back with the old crew. You do the old crew again.
I
Phil
will
Simms.
say I've never seen an announcing crew in Madden that hasn't been absolutely fucking hated by the gaming sphere.
I don't know. I miss it. I miss
I've
that
never
old
seen
school
a
thing.
single announcing crew in any sports game I've played that people have liked. No matter what, no matter who they bring in, they fucking suck because it's repetitive. Because we play how many games? I probably played thousands of games of Madden this year. Yeah. And there's no way they're recording that many voice lines for it to be that different every time they introduce a new person. It's just not gonna. It's just even though we think it's gonna be cool and it's gonna be different, it ends up being the same thing over and over again. So I don't know. Announcers, I also turn them off. I also really don't give a shit about it. I haven't listened to the Madden soundtrack, anything in the game since like 16.
Yeah. So another few things I want to add. I think I have like about 4 or 5 more. Just again little things. Going to the bigger stuff soon. Just the fans in the stadium. It just looks unrealistic. I mean, I think it looks just as bad as Madden 09. And like what I like about Madden 09 is at Lambeau Field, you can do the Lambeau leap in the end zone. You press Y, you can jump into the Lambeau Stadium and do like realistic things. Like why are we going backwards with the realism? Like when you're running to the end zone, the screen's like a little shaking. Stuff like that I miss. I miss that type of old school type of thing. Also player rights. I think we need way more player rights. Abilities sometimes bother me. I think that could be this topic of discussion. I genuinely don't like abilities that much. I feel like it breaks the game. I get it's a video game, you want to have fun, but some of them, like the X Factor abilities, I don't know how I feel about X Factor and just player abilities. I don't know what you think about it, but I'll let you speak on that.
Abilities, like, I don't know. Abilities are a fine change of pace and make the play. I hate how like focused it's become. Like when they first came out, it was like a couple players, and like everybody got like abilities back in and out. Then like in 17, we first saw them. Like if you didn't have unfakeable or secure tackle, or you were getting dominated by that Thanksgiving Bear or anybody with the juke spin kind of bullshit back then. But like I don't know, abilities. You're right. It's kind of weird. It would be nice for players to play like they actually play out there. The only positive, like I like abilities because they make players we've never used, right? Like we got this Kurt Warner card coming out tomorrow, and literally the only reason I want to use the Kurt Warner card is because the potential abilities in him with his throw release and everything. But like otherwise, it'd just seriously be like old, like the Madden 15, Madden 25, that era where we just run the fastest guy. Like Terrell Pryor with like 0 accuracy and he was fast, was like the best quarterback, and that had to do with like thresholds back then. But like it needs to be something to balance out the reason why these players are actually good. Because like the reason why Tom Brady's good at IRL is because he was so good at processing, reading defenses, making the correct read, getting into his players, and in this game we're that, right? So there's no difference between Tom Brady and Michael Vick, except Michael Vick's like 50 times faster. So I like abilities for the reason for it allows us to use different players and cards and does individualize them in regs. It makes the superstars literally play like superstars. And that's something you can do with attributes, but in the past, they didn't really stand out that much. So that's why in the past, it was all just speed and height based. It's still a lot speed and height based, but the abilities are almost a bigger factor now.
Yeah, another thing you said what they have to fix for next Madden is deep losing zones. I mean, in game wise, there's times where I see a zone out there, and they just stand like an NPC that is not even moving, and they have a deep blue there, and they're not even they're just standing there. I'm like, bro, that's your zone. What do you? They're just like this, and they just get crossed, and they just look at the other thing. Another thing is when they put their hands up in the end zone, over the like when you do a high point pass. I mean, I think the pass precision is amazing. I literally just learned about that the past 2 months, like the pass accuracy thing where you can,
with L2,
yeah. I literally just learned about that because I didn't know how to use it. I was just doing classic because I liked classic, but I would say the past like 2 or 3 months I was testing it out, and then people in my chat were helping me like, yo, this is how you do it. I was so confused. Again, like me with Madden recently, I've been off and on MUT wise. I've just been playing regs. But in my opinion, that's the couple things they have to fix. There's many more things like nitpicking things. That are small, but in my opinion, I would like them to add or change. So
Like my biggest gameplay issue next year, not that those new features I want, like custom audibles, saving game to game, the depth charts. The biggest gameplay thing I want, number one thing to focus on, is still offensive line AI, and number two would be zones.
Yeah, offensive line. They just stand. There's times again, like you're gonna probably bring up. They just go right past the offensive lineman. You have abilities on these offensive linemen. They're not protecting.
Yeah. So, like, I want to go back to your thoughts on MUT about being it too expensive, because, like, I've had people on this podcast before. I've had TD, I've had CC, and they got, like, no money spent accounts, and what I've heard from them is, like, they, like, TD specifically said he has to limit how much he actually played the game because he was making too much and made the no money spent. He had to max out at an hour a day because
Wow.
he was getting too many coins, and it didn't feel like relatable because he was getting millions. So, like, the thing about the field pass is it wasn't, L for the people that really enjoyed the competition of weekend league, which is not something I really cared about. So I didn't really care when it went away because I don't know. Zerk came on and said he was having like fucking heart palpitations. His doctor told him to stop playing weekend league. I realized that, dude. I played the first few weekend leagues. I think I got like number 5 in the world, and then like I think next week was like 20 something. And my chest hurt. My chest hurt after those weekend leagues because I was so angry at the game. So I stopped playing. I literally stopped playing weekend league from then on out. Never played a full 25 again because I'm just too emotional about it. And you know us guys, we're so emotional. But like, I feel like it's okay, right? They're like, yo, chill out. Our game's fun. If you want to play competitive Madden, join our tournaments and win hundreds of thousands of dollars. Okay, and that's where the comp needs to be. And like, if you want to play competitive Madden games, all Madden season, like all Madden seasons, hopefully next year. In an ideal world, all Madden seasons changes to an ELO system where literally on the leaderboard, you can see this person's number one. And then when you boot into a game in all Madden seasons, in the top corner of the screen, there'll be a number next to their name that says where they are, where they're ranked total.
That's
and then that,
really smart.
I think, is what you need to do for your competitor. And then you can just basically use those numbers to run your tournaments going forward. It's just so simple to me. I just don't understand why they can't do it, why they haven't focused on it. So, like, I agree for the comp dudes. I really love that grind. It was like a couple hundred people, and they're very big voices because they have a large, like yourself, a large audience and stuff, and you're very competitive, and it makes sense that you hated it, the change, because that's just who you are. You're a competitive focused player. So, in my opinion, I think Madden should be fun. I think Madden is just a game that I just enjoy playing, and I wasn't really in it for the comp at all. So, there's those kind of things. So, I don't know. What do you think about that next year instead of Weekend League being back?
I mean, that sounds pretty good to me. I mean, I kind of like that idea and what you were saying about it. But the one thing I want to add to just regular seasons, not even just competitive, just the rewards. Like to win a Super Bowl for most people is hard. To win that Super Bowl in the regular leagues, right? I feel like there has to be more rewards for that. You're getting a trophy pack that's giving you, I don't know, 89, 90. It's just little things. Again, that's something they have to add back or make better, is better rewards for winning a Super Bowl. Because I know they lessened the games, I feel. I think so. Like last year, there was more games in like a regs. I feel like a first round bye. I don't know what it was. Maybe I'm just tripping out. But overall, I just think they just need to add better rewards, especially solo challenges. There was a few years ago, I feel like these solo challenges, I was getting a little more. Maybe because I'm not playing solos as much, but I feel like from the solo challenges, I was making a lot more packs, coins, leveling up faster, stuff like that. And they got to add that back. I mean, I think it was Madden 20 or maybe 19. The solos were amazing. Like you would get like people starting in your lineup from the solos. You'd get these insane packs. You'd get millions of coins. There was literally a time back in, I would say, I think Madden 20 or Madden 21, where I would literally finish all the solos when the first week Madden came out, just grind them and have like 2 million coins sitting and like an 80 something overall. So
yeah, no, I agree. It's more like it's so spread out now. They don't give you a good way of looking at it. Yeah. Like if you look at the season XP and what you can get from that, like Gronk's the best tight end in the game by distance. Casper was the best tight end in the game when we got him. Dion, I know people have mixed feelings on him. He was the best when he came out. Like, and then like Blitnikoff we just got is one of the top receivers for free too. So it's like buried a little bit in the comp pass, but I do agree solos do need to reward a little bit more. But it's like it seemed like some of those have shifted to the comp pass, which gives you packs and coins and those cards itself, but not the comp pass with the season pass. The comp pass also you got to do solo battles to get, so it's a little bit more convoluted. But like I think the last time solos were actually like really glitchy was like 17 with the Journey, 16 era.
Yeah.
And that's really when the solos were incredible. Then EA decided to say, you know what? That's too much, right? Then Amari Cooper in 16 was crazy. I think that was 16 with Amari. Like we had like the chemistry masters, Antonio Brown and Clowney in 17. We had Peyton Manning in 15 when he was like a 95 overall on launch day for doing solos. So like, I don't know. It's definitely different, but like from people that are actually playing it on a week-to-week basis, I'm hearing them say it's not terrible. And I know you said you haven't really played a lot the last couple months, but
I would say the last month, yeah.
The last month, and so it's really about keeping up with the comp passes and the passes more than just like completing all. So it is unfortunate that EA's kind of time locked a lot of our enjoyment of this game versus just knocking out solos in a row.
Yeah, and just overall, again, like I don't know if the chat can agree with me, just the vibe of the game. Like when you know that a company doesn't really care about, honestly, you're not going to really care about the game. Like me personally, literally, I just don't find the passion to boot up the PS5 or the Xbox, top on Madden anymore, because I just know, like we talked about earlier, that promo isn't coming out till March. And it's a slap in the face to content creators, because people who are content creators, especially with Madden, I think it's one of the hardest things to do, is being like a video game content creator. And I'm proud of your success. I see your success. I actually was watching you for many years on my Vicious Plays account, but it's deleted. But I was actually watching for a while. And I knew of you. I knew of a lot of other Madden content creators for a while. And I'm happy to see everyone grow. But right now, I just feel we're at this pivot point where we're stuck, where content creators are kind of like stuck. Like, what can you do? You can make gameplays with the card, but the promos are so delayed that as a content creator, you're like, fuck, what do I like? They're delaying this, and this is going to hurt me in the long run. Like, I don't know. It's just it's too much what they're doing, how they're delaying this, how, even like they said again, like the promos are delayed, everything's just delayed. They're lackadaisy, they just don't care anymore. That's what I see. I don't know about the chat agrees with me with that or you. I don't know. I just think they just don't care.
Being a MUT content creator, it's different now than ever. There's so much competition. If anybody wants to be a MUT content creator now, I would recommend not such a saturated market. There's hundreds, thousands of MUT content creators. And like every video is being done by people that have been in it and have established audiences. So like you can break in with quality content. We've definitely seen it. But a lot of like some of the people that have broken in recently have found great success. Like seeing doing the FUT crunch stuff, basically taking his content and then doing it in MUT, and that's done really well in the community, and people have blown up off that in the last year. But like as far as like the promos and doing content based off like content drops, it's already been done by 500 plus YouTubers already. So it's a terrible idea to get into MUT content creation, specifically that portion of it. But there is definitely things you can do around MUT, and I think there's a lot of people succeeding using the MUT as the basis. And you see like people like Sav regrow his channel, basically doing a lot of like the FUT crunch stuff, the high quality videos. So like there's a lot of opportunity out there. Madden is still the third highest selling game in the United States last year, so it's still a huge built-in audience. But like as far as MUT content creation now is way different than it was, say, 8 years ago, 10 years ago, when there weren't that many content creators, but there's still a big like viewer base. It's completely changed. You can't just like go on and open packs and have success like you used to do. So, but yourself, like you blew up on TikTok. Yeah, and you got tons of viewers over there, and like I'm starting to upload TikTok a little bit more recently. You got 4.2 million followers on that platform. So like I kind of want to hear a little bit about content and like what's your strategy there, and then like do you have a strategy of getting them onto other platforms and like and whatnot? Because I really want to pick your brain around that platform and like if it's changed and stuff. So yeah, I started social media like TikTok in 2019. So I literally just downloaded the app as a joke. I was on a cruise. The kids on the cruise were like, Matt, download this app, because I used to do like impressions, Italian American content. But just download the app. Why not?
So I did, and I would say that where I really started seeing success was during COVID. I mean, a lot of people blew up during COVID, and I was one of them.
Yeah.
I was like always on the For You page. I was always out there. I was popping on the For You page for a while, like for months straight. I was getting 10 million views, 10 million views, 5 million views. And I would say the key to growing on TikTok is just you have to figure out this algorithm. The algorithm, in my opinion, changes every day, every week, every month, every year. And you see the change. You see what blows up, see what works, see what doesn't. And what I found that works with me is I've been gearing towards, I used to have a 75 female percentage compared to, like I used to have 75% females. And I was kind of like, where the boys at? I need to show the boys the love. I need to have some more guys in here. Because in my opinion, I wanted to start doing gaming because I wanted to start creating more of who I really am. And you see gym content too. I got into the gym, all this stuff. Because over the past 2 years, my life changed. I was in a really bad car accident in 2020 and almost died and everything. It was bad.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was really bad. I had like 3 surgeries. It changed my life. It really did change my life for the better. At first, it was for the worse, but I didn't let it affect me in the long run. And I'm happy where I am now, but it took me a while to, get over that hump of the 3 surgeries, the no gym for a year, the depression, anxiety. And then what I did was take all that depression, anxiety, and I wanted to make one person every day laugh. And if I could make one person a day smile, I did my job. And what I find, going back to what you were saying with algorithm wise with TikTok, you really just got to figure out, like with Madden stuff, it's a little different. Like I can help you out with that. Like that's something you just have to really watch. But in my opinion, what I did, how I blew up, it's basically what would you send to a friend? That's what the algorithm was in 2020. What is something that you're going to send to somebody and send to somebody again and comment about it saying, yo, that's not true. So I used to start with top 5 and what says about you. Now there's many creators who literally copied to the T my videos and have more followers than me, some less, some more. They copied my content, and what works on TikTok especially is, again, making that content where someone's going to comment and say that's not true or that's not right. Just get the clicks, not really clickbait, but more so what's going to get comments and shares. That's the algorithm essentially on TikTok, is comments, shares, and the repost now. So what I used to do, again, like the top 5 worst clothes to wear, or what's your
repost?
What happened?
What's a repost?
So you can repost on TikTok now. I don't know if anyone knows about that. You can literally just repost on TikTok. Like you can repost their video, but it's not on your page. It's a little weird. I don't explain it. If the chat knows too, but it's like a repost type of thing. But anyways, I really just started with the what says about you in the top 5 worst colors or top 5 worst things to wear. And people would say like, oh, I have that color iPhone. And what I literally do is I'll take a video that performs sometimes not that good or not as good as I thought on TikTok, and I'll put it on Instagram Reels, and then I'll have like 2 million views. Or I'll, stuff like that. I'm starting to post more to Instagram Reels now and transfer content on Instagram Reels. YouTube Shorts, not so much, but Instagram Reels, I'm trying to like promote the Instagram and do that stuff. But overall with TikTok is you need to hit that algorithm of comments and shares. That's how anyone can blow up. And what I see on TikTok now, and this is going to go a little deeper, is what they promote now. Like you see half naked girls, and even on here, you see half naked everything. And that bothers me because that's a competition. The competition as me and you, we have to compete with that, or half naked men. How do you compete with someone who's literally just half naked? And that's the issue I find with social media. What happened?
Full nudity.
Yeah, no, really, it's promoted. That's the thing. It's actually promoted in front of our eyes. And I actually talked to my chat about that. Like, I will never promote my feet. I will never do OnlyFans. Like, it's just stuff like that where I've gotten offers to do it, but I just can't find a way to say, yeah, I will take that offer and post my little toes. I'm not going to do that. It's just, I don't know. Like, it's just nasty, and it's degrading. It's just not what you want in a person. I don't know. I wouldn't want that to be my friend. I want to be friends with that person. Me personally.
You don't do shirtless streams or anything? There's no like channel point redemption to like Hulk Hogan the shit out of your shirt?
Nah, I mean that could be cool, just going Hulk Hogan on it. I mean that would be cool, but it's just stuff like that. I don't know. What I see with social media, it's just now it's being promoted and everything. So the algorithm has changed to promote that.
Yeah. I guess the thing that you said earlier that confused the hell out of me. You said you had 75% female, but you wanted more dudes. What? Why? What was the strategy? Why don't we just double down on females?
So the strategy there was I saw more females to males. And I thought about it like this, like, obviously my age group in 2020 was like 15-year-olds, right? Like I would say honest
Oh.
14, 15, 16. That's the age groups I was hitting of male and female.
Okay.
Now,
Never mind then.
so like
Oh
as time
shit.
went, what happened?
Oh, not now that I'm just like thinking, oh shit, that's right. Never
Oh,
mind.
yeah, yeah. So in 2020, that's what it was. Now, as time went on, I wanted to switch content because you can't. For me personally, how many times could you what your what top five says about you? How Italians versus Americans? Because I'm Italian American. I don't know who else some of my paisans out there, but stuff like that. I wanted to change it up and be who I am. And what I was always playing video games. I was a gamer my whole life. I was fat. I was just always behind the desk playing video games. And I also got into the gym. So I wanted to promote now gym, video games. And how did I find that is most females are not going to say, "Oh, Matt Petito's live." No, I'm not going to go watch them. They're going to, you got to get the boys. You got to get the guys in here to, get that up. So I started posting NFL content in the year of 2020, and I got the attention of the NFL, Juju, Chase. I was playing with Juju. I play with him all the time on Warzone. We talk. We have a good like relationship with one another. Same with Chase due to social media. Just literally just playing on stream, and all of a sudden they add me, or I make a TikTok about how the Steelers won a game, and they're commenting in my post, and it's a dream come true as as a Steeler fan and as a human. Like think about that. Like NFL just commented on my post. NFL worked with me. They sent me to the Super Bowl. They did this and that. Like it's just cool things like that that came from social media. But there's a lot of cons, a lot of pros. But it's a real cool experience what social media gave to me. And as a whole, what do I see for the future in a way? I don't know. I don't know what the future holds. I'm just living in the moment right now and just enjoying what's here.
Yeah, because I've had the as Chad said, I got the opposite problem. My YouTube analytics is 99.2% male,
Hmm.
and it's because I just play Madden and stuff. But like the thing is like females, they are watching more video games now than ever before, and so I can see why you did that strategy. But okay, it's fair. It's a fair strategy. So like. I think one of the things I hear about TikTok too is it's the hardest platform to get people to switch to other
Oh,
platforms.
yeah, I can talk about that with you now. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
very
well,
hard
yeah,
because
definitely.
when you think about 4.2 million followers, it's a lot. And then to me, I get like upset. And I'm like, that's not a lot. Not trying to sound cocky, conceited, or like that type of vibe. Because if you have 4.2 million followers
You
on
got more
YouTube,
followers in like states in the nation and fucking countries on the earth.
that's what my family tells me. Because my brother's like, bro, you understand? You have a population of a country as followers. And I'm like, I know, but I think I think of it just as an like I don't want to just say this as a number, but I don't try to think of that. Like I feel like if I had if I think I have 4.2 million followers every day, I'm gonna walk around like, oh, look at me, bro, like thinking I'm the shit, and I'm really not the shit. I'm just a normal dude who posts videos, and I literally just don't want to be known as a guy with a following. I'm more than that. You know what I'm saying? So, um, yeah, I don't know. I just don't want to be having that as the thing. But again, anyways, going back to what we were saying, getting followers to go from one place to another is the hardest thing on TikTok. Because, like I said, 4.2 million followers on TikTok. I mean, I was hoping let's get like almost a million or a couple 100,000 to the Instagram, couple 100,000 to Twitch. Now, what I found that helped me out the most with Twitch, we're just talking Twitch right now, is going live on TikTok. Now,
Yeah.
before I had the stream key, I would literally just post up my phone, put it right here, and saying, "Yo, guys, we're live on Twitch playing Madden, clapping some cheeks. Let's go. We're gonna play some Madden. About to destroy some kids. Let's do it." And they would, they would join. Some would join. Someone would be like, "Why the hell is he on my For You page again?" And stuff like that. So that's that. And then once I got the stream key, I was able to show my entire game. So I was able to show my webcam with with the gameplay underneath, and that was pretty cool. That I just came out of nowhere. Hey yo, but you know what I'm saying? Just got out of nowhere. They sent me it, and it was a pretty dope experience that they gave me that, and it helped me grow a lot. Like I went from literally, I would say, 20,000 followers on Twitch to over like now like 70,000 just from going live. I don't go live every day because I'm in college. Um, I have other things to do, obviously. So
Why?
I'm in college. I have other things, and then I try to go live as much as I can. But when I go live, it's crazy. Like I'll have like over 1,000 people in the TikTok, and then only like 120 on the Twitch, or 150, or sometimes even more. It's random times. Like I'll have 500 people to 1,000. Some days I'll have 100. Some days I'll have 200. Some days I have 150. But then when I'm on live on TikTok, everyone is in the just they come to the chat. I'm like, press the link in the bio, stuff like that, just to entice them. And how you get the clicks is literally just saying, "Oh, I'm the best Madden player," because everyone's gonna comment now. Because how the algorithm works, going back to the algorithm on TikTok on a live, if you're commenting, it's gonna hit the For You page. The more spam likes, the more comments, the more interactions in the chat, the more it'll get thrown on the feed. So I say I'm the best. I'm the best Madden player. No one could beat me, and I lose. I'm not the best Madden player. But everyone's gonna comment, "Bro, you're not the best, bro. Here's my PSN, bro. Let's go right now, bro. $100, $1,000 wager, bro." I'm like, "All right, let's go." And I get them, and then I'm like, "Oh, you want to play me? Let's go. Then we'll play then." And then I don't wager people as much, but that's what I do.
Yeah, I get why I hate that. No, I understand. Like the TikToks are the best to me are the ones that people are angriest on, and like it's so weird. It's so like. I think it's stupid that like YouTube's gone past comments as the like positive comments I heard now help your YouTubes, but like just the raw number of comments don't matter. Yeah, so like it's so weird that like you have to farm hate in order to grow on TikTok, which seems like makes the platform more toxic, and that's how basically everybody is, because like the most toxic gets the most likes, and it's a shitty thing for the internet in general, the fact that that's just how it has to be played. But like off that, like why, like, do you want to be a content creator? Why are you going to college? Like, I feel like I got my college degree and it's just being wasted.
Yeah, so I'll bring that up. Literally, it's simple. It's my parents. They're old school. They believe in education and everything, and I'm against it. I genuinely feel no one has to go to college to become famous, or not just famous, make money.
LeBron James didn't go to college.
Yeah, LeBron James. It's just stuff like that. Like, I like everyone in the chat, who wants to go to college? Like, I don't think, in the way that, I know this is a different topic, it could be some political, but not really. But it's just like college, what you learn now it's not useful. You're not going to use it after college. It's really just it's a money scam. You're paying $50,000 to go away in dorm to learn diddly squat and shit on a stick, and you're coming out with no job. And it's like, yo, I just literally just spent $50,000 over the course of 4 years in debt, and it's not only going up because of interest every month, it keeps on going up and up and up, and you'll never pay that off. And then when you think about when I went to college, it was the beginning of COVID, you think about all the relief funds and everything. Unless you have a full ride to college, or you're going to be like a doctor, nurse, lawyer, that kind of gig, go to college. Me, I'm doing fucking business management. What am I doing there? I literally have kids around me saying, "Bro, I know you from TikTok. Why are you in this class?" And I'm like, "Bro, I'm just here. I'm just here." And I don't know. Literally, the best way to put it is like, I feel like I just want to make my family proud. I don't want to, again, me personally, I don't like college. My mom just wants me to go, so I can't really, again, I live in her house still. What? I'm going to make her happy because I live in her house still. Yeah. I can easily move out. I can do my own thing. I feel living here, me personally, living situation, I feel like if I moved out, maybe I could blow up more, maybe I can't. But that's a decision I have to make in the next few months. But content creator wise, I would love to keep on pursuing this. It's just, I don't know how to explain it. More so personal, getting out. And because I live, again, in New York, you think about rent here, you're spending at least $1,500 a month. Then you think about a car, you're slamming another $1,000 just for how much a car payment a month is. You're thinking about $500 a month. Then plus the insurance is another $1,000. So already you're spending about $3,000 a month, an additional to food and everything. So it just adds up. And everything.
I would imagine, is the stereotype about Italian moms cooking correct? Is that
yes.
Don't leave just because the food's still delicious.
You know, she's like, "Oh my God," that's literally how she sounds. She's I don't know if you hear her. She's literally upstairs. "Oh my God, Teresa." That's literally how she sounds.
I was talking about the food itself being amazing.
Oh, the food? Oh, yeah. My father cooks too. Like, my father grew up more than my mom in like an Italian household. So my father makes some slam shrimp fra diavolo, penne alla vodka. He makes the fried calamari. I learned how to make that kind of things and like, all that stuff with him during like the Feast of the Seven Fishes. So that's what I usually do with him too during Christmas.
That's kind of cool. You've seen my new haircut, right?
Your new haircut?
The YouTube video, my new haircut.
No, I have never seen that.
You've never seen that video?
No.
Where he says, "Not now, Chief. I'm in the fucking zone."
No, maybe if I see.
No shot. You haven't seen that?
No, not that I remember.
Oh, dude, that video literally spawned the Jersey Shore.
Really?
Oh, I could trace it directly in my mind. Like
Again, I'm 20. I don't know how old that video is. Maybe that's
got to be 15 years. It's a long. It's very old.
Okay, so I probably wouldn't know.
Yeah, you've never seen the Jägerbomb? Oh man.
Nah.
Okay. All right. I absolutely recommend you watch that once we're done with this pod, or maybe we could do it. I don't know if you. I can maybe share screen. If we can watch it now.
I need to see what you're talking about now.
Okay. Let me see if I can't figure it out. My new haircut. How could you let me I think this is this Twitch appropriate? This is like 2000s level. Here, let me can you just watch the Twitch. So, anyways, that's you gotta. I think you need to remake that video.
I think I do. I think I gotta remake that. That's hysterical.
That was literally like that was a lot of our introductions to. Is Guido an okay word or not? I actually don't know.
Nah, people are soft. I think Guido's funny. Like Guinea Tea, I don't care. That don't matter to me.
Okay, that's our first. Like that was like our first introduction to that culture of like getting swell tan and then like Gym Tan Laundry. Jersey
GTL.
Shore came on shortly after that, and then just obviously blew up because those people were so like magnetic. Like the original cast of Jersey Shore. I literally I don't really rewatch things. I rewatch Jersey Shore. It was that entertaining. The Note. I still make comments about that kind of stuff to this day. Yeah. So it's like how much of that's like you actually like live.
I mean, you have to think about it. It's a reality TV show, MTV. I don't live like that. I mean, listen, I do go to the gym. I do tan. I do some laundry. You know what I'm saying? I know. I get that. Like that you know what I'm saying? I do follow it. But I wouldn't say like it impacted my. I'm sorry, I just have a Charlie horse. But besides the point. Holy shit, my bad. Oh, sorry, I just went to the gym.
It's okay. It's
bad, bro. It's bad. I'm sweating.
Anyways,
like chat knows, I got random Charlie horses. But no, like I was saying with Jersey Shore, as a whole, I don't think it positively influenced me or negatively. I just think it's just it's a type of personality persona. That people like to follow or think is a thing. I mean, I love the Jersey Shore. Like I know Vinny literally lives in Staten Island. Lived in Staten Island his whole life. I always actually seen him at the gym. He knew who I was. We talked in person one time because he recognized me, and we were just talking about just Italian culture, all this and that. But as all with Jersey Shore, I think it's an amazing show. But some of the stuff, in my opinion, has to be scripted. If it's not, then what the hell,
Yeah. What about the Staten Island ferry? See, was that Angela? Often?
Yeah, she lives in Staten Island as well. I'm trying to think who else. Yeah, but that whole type of like vibe, like Staten Island, in my opinion, is like a forgotten borough. Many people look at it and like, oh, fuck Staten Island, because who the hell goes to Staten Island? There's really nothing to do here. Like if you're going somewhere, you're going to Jersey or you're going to the city, and we're like smack in the middle. It's Jersey, Staten Island, the city. And my opinion, there's really just nothing to do in Staten Island. I mean, I love it here because literally you can go outside and you're like, oh, hey, oh, this little kind of Italian thing. Like, oh, you see everybody, you go down the street and you can just walk to your destination. And other places, you got to drive distances like miles and miles. But here in Staten Island, you can ride your bike. And then, hey, Friday, hey, don't, that kind of thing. Bada bing, bada boom. Stuff like that. Yeah.
Oh, that's actually amazing. The gabagool, right?
Hey, the freaking gabagool. Yeah, you motherfucker.
I like how this is a MUT podcast, and we've talked like 20% about it is a MUT and Madden. I just found it so fascinating seeing like other people's like how they raise their culture, like your content creator journey. I don't know how many people are interested in content creator journeys because yours is like very different than everybody else's that I've had. Yours is from TikTok, whereas everybody else either come from YouTube or Twitch up through this thing, or some people through Twitter and stuff. But like you're the only one that's literally like grown the brand through TikTok. So seeing that as kind of like the next platform. And like obviously like there's things out there like U.S. politicians want to ban it and stuff, and I don't know how afraid of that you are. But like, what are your thoughts on that? Like, is it gonna get banned?
So I have actually three type of not ideas. How do I best put this? I have like opinions on it. So me personally, I think it should be banned at times, and that can go a different route. I think it should be banned at times. There's so much
What?
toxic vibes on social and that type of social media, and there's things that little kids shouldn't see that they're seeing on TikTok, that's another story. I don't know if you want to get into that, but like that type
I mean,
of thing.
the internet in general doesn't matter where they're at. I mean,
No,
you're
but
gonna
more
see
so
some bad
TikTok.
shit.
Like, look at the TikTok again algorithm. You're looking at. I know little kids on my block who are 6 years old, 7 years old, making a TikTok dance in the front of their house, and then I see what's on my For You page, and I'm like, yo, if like they see that, that's an issue. You know, that kind of
I
thing.
mean,
And I actually
isn't that a lot
sometimes I had to worry. What happened?
Isn't that just because you're watching that kind of content? Like you're the one that's pausing and liking all the half nude women stuff.
No, that I don't do, but I see
I feel like
it.
that's a you thing.
No, but like, no, it's
You're
not even
snitching.
like that. It's
Snitching on yourself.
there's times where like political things will be on the For You page on social media, and like especially TikTok, like politics, half naked women, half naked guys, and it just worries me that little kids can see that, and that could be seen anywhere. Don't get me wrong, but it's more seen and more pushed on TikTok than any other platform I've ever been on and ever seen in my life, and it's just a naughty. Like someone just said, like, it's just a naughty place. It really is. It's just some place that it promotes. I don't know. It's like they just promote, stuff, and it just bothers me because, as someone who's on social media, again, this happened to me in 2020 when the TikTok was going to get shut down. I was like, "Fuck, bro, I'm gonna be screwed." There's not because I don't have that big of a following everywhere else. So that's one aspect I think of is they should ban it. Then number two is that they shouldn't. I mean, why ban it if many people have gotten viral? I think it's just a cool place. It's like a Vine 2.0, but in my opinion, more more of a way to get promoted throughout the world and get seen. Like literally, I have people coming up to me randomly, like, "Oh my God, you're the guy from TikTok," or whatever. And it's cool. Like I really love it. I love that when people come up to me, I take pictures. I'll just talk to them. I talk about my life, and that's the issue with some other creators that I've met in my life. And I'm not going to bring up exact names, but there's times where I just met them and not like as a fan, met them and we hung out. They're the people who think I don't think I'm famous, just so everyone knows. I'm not famous. I'm not nowhere near famous. I'm just known. I like to bring that out there because 4.2 million followers to you in the chat, they're like, holy shit. To me, I'm just a regular dude. I love when I just want people to know that because there's douchebags on social media who literally are like, "Oh my God, I'm the shit, 10 million followers, look at my ass," that kind of thing. And you're not the shit. Because again, if TikTok shut down, who are you? Go start an OnlyFans because that's the only place you're making money on. Just shit like that. And I don't know. It's just my opinion with social media. I love TikTok as a whole. I think it obviously set me up. It helped me a lot with being a content creator as a whole. But the direction I see it going at times makes me question the app because there's times where I see the app go a certain way and I'm like, oh, I really, really like this, how it's going. And then it was right around 2020 when all the celebrities came onto the app and started downloading the app, started making videos like John Travolta. I saw him on my For You page. I was like, holy shit, it's John Travolta, Michael Bublé, just stuff like that when they started, exploring themselves to TikTok. And it's cool. It's cool to see like famous football players on there.
Is Travolta and Bublé still like pretty big deals?
And I'm an old school. So like that's the thing about me. I'm an old school guy. Like I listen
You're
to
like
old
a 60-year-old, 20-year-old.
No. You should see my playlist. I have Frankie Valli. I have Bobby Darin. I have Frank Sinatra, Elvis Presley, Dean Martin, the Platters. I have it all in there.
Shit, dude.
Yeah, I'm an old school.
Oh shit! Like you hear Dean Martin's best at like the grocery store, you just start getting down, right?
Yeah, I'm like, oh, when the moon it's Jedi, and I'm like, oh,
like a big pizza pie.
Yeah, and then you got Frankie Boombots in the corner, going like with his semolina on his head. He's like, oh, I got the mozzarella, that kind of thing. Yeah, good times.
Oh, sorry, I love that. I absolutely love that.
Yeah, it's great.
But like, how is that like? Okay. One last thing about TikTok. How is that any different than Instagram and what you see on there as far as the corruption of the youth? right? Like, shouldn't this be on the parents? Like, the only thing I think is wrong with TikTok is like, a foreign government owning it and collecting all the data and
see, I was gonna bring that up, but I didn't know if you want to go that route. So yeah, like some people get offended by that, but like literally, that's the issue with TikTok. It's collecting information, and that's like an issue too that I find with TikTok, and many people should start worrying about that. Like the fact that some politicians, former president, whatever, brought up how they want to ban TikTok. You have to think of why they really want to ban it. It's not that they just want to ban it. They want to ban it for a positive reason, not like a negative reason. It's not like they're just banning it to ban it. There's deeper information on that. And there's a reason behind why they want to ban it so badly. But what were you saying about the Instagram part? Were you saying...
Yeah, well, I mean, like, you talk about, like, seeing bad influences online and, like, reels. I mean, that's basically the same thing.
Yeah, no, I see. So... Yeah, I'll bring that up too. So like me personally, how it works on Instagram Reels, that I find my algorithm on Instagram Reels, if I view something on Instagram Reels compared to TikTok, that will be on my For You page. So like my For You page on TikTok is far different from Instagram, because on Instagram, I'm looking up lifting, I'm looking at watches, I'm looking at jewelry, couple stuff sometimes will be there. Kids, like little babies, because you send it, you get them from your friends or your girlfriend, she sends it, I'm like, oh, that's a cute baby, then that'll be popping up. Like when people send me something, that'll be there. It's just stuff like that I see on Instagram compared to TikTok. When I send stuff to my boys or to whoever, my girlfriend, my brother, my family, I don't find that again. It's like, and what I want to bring up one more time with social media, with TikTok, the algorithm has changed to the point where when I go on TikTok, I don't see anybody famous anymore. Like, I don't know about you guys. I literally don't see like the top of the top TikTok people. I see random heads, like random people on my For You page, and with the most viral, like 10 million likes or 5 million views, like one like random account that has, like, they're not really famous. Like, I'm not saying I'm like, oh, I'm famous, but because I just said I wasn't. But you see that they're not really a content creator, but they have a viral video. That's what's on my For You page now. Then, like, you see, like, the Walking Dead trends. Like, there's a trend going on where people are doing with Shane and Rick. They're like, Coral, like, stuff like, I love the Walking Dead. Yeah. But, like, stuff like that'll be on my For You page. So certain trends tend to go on the For You page. But compared to Instagram Reels, though, like I was just saying, I don't see that resemblance. I don't know what it is. Instagram Reels, again, if you view half-naked women on Instagram Reels, I for sure will tell you'll see half-naked women on Instagram Reels. Same with TikTok. But once in a while, literally, I'll scroll through my For You page and I'll see that. And I'll see like a half-naked woman. And then I'm like, and then my girlfriend's behind me like, what the hell's that? And I'm like, I don't know. Like, what, I'm fucking staring at it. Like, it's not me. And then she's like, no, that's you. You don't love me. And I'm like, oh, shit. And I'm like, yeah. That's how it goes down.
Yeah, so okay. It's interesting because, like, it's all a logarithm and it's changed. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with blowing up smaller creators at all. I know a lot of people have, problems because it's, once you're established, you're kind of established, you're good. I know Twitter's changed their logarithm recently for various reasons, and things are changing there too. So, I don't know, it's just going to be kind of the evolution of it. And I think I've said this before about YouTube, and I'll just, I want to wrap up the content talk here. We get back to a little bit of Madden before we wrap it up.
Yeah, let's talk about Madden more, yeah.
But yeah, so like, YouTube, I hate big companies sometimes like YouTube because like they had the greatest short form content on all of the internet like a decade ago, and they changed all their content because I don't know if they saw like children's content doing well, like hour-long videos to keep
like
people
toy
on the
reviews
platform.
And stuff.
Yeah, and so like it killed all short form content because like the monetization went out the window for them, and they killed off a lot of that. And then like Vine was there, and then now TikTok is doing so well that users, oh wait, short form content is good. Let's go back into it, as if they didn't already have like the 5-year head start on the rest of the programs, but like they're too close minded to understand there should be this different side. So it's like it sucks that it took like another platform blowing up for YouTube to realize the importance of short form content. They had to like a lot of people had to lose their fucking income because of it. And so I don't know. Overall, like I want to tie it back to your point about caring about people and EA. Because, like you said, you don't want to play Madden because they don't care. I don't think any company cares about the people, do they? Well, like, what would be a company that cares about people that's a large corporation?
I don't know off the top of my head, but I would say, though, if you think about a company, I can't think of one off the top of my head, but think about a company, when you hear a fire of an uproar, I'm not saying it's instant, they fucking see these tweets. They see your tweets, they see my tweets, they see other people's tweets. They know that this game sucks or that there's an issue. Let's just say there's an issue. Not that this game's terrible. This game isn't terrible. There's issues. They know there's issues, and they're not going to do jack shit about it. That's what bothers me. And there's companies out there, like, for instance, you have Epic Games. Yeah. Oh, every week there's a new update. Every day there's a new skin in the item shop. Every day there's something new. Every day there's an update and a fix and a tweak. You're telling me, as a multi-million, billion-dollar company, EA Sports, you can't fucking fix your game once a week? You can't see that they're so fast to make AP changes on the Quadzilla AJ Dillon, but not zones. That bothers me. It's such a small thing. Like, they really would upgrade the AP to say, all right, we see the issue, we're gonna do an AP update, and there you go. Like, that did nothing to stop them. That was just, again, they put a Band-Aid on the wound. That's this company. EA says, here's the issue, Band-Aid on the wound, and that Band-Aid's flopping off every day. And then it goes off. That's the issue.
That's a good one. Yeah, no. So it's a complicated thing. And like, AP was designed recently, and MUT is like a live service thing, so it's a little easier to change those things, change pack odds, yet they never change like anything and all the problems in game. So, I think that also thing with Fortnite was built, 5 years ago? So, like, online games as a service was a thing 5 years ago. Madden was completely rewrote in 2006, I believe, for the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 versions when they had to, they're scrambling to get it out for there. And it's the worst Madden of all time, Madden 06. But, it was designed prior to the internet really being like big and everybody having a stable, open fiber cable kind of connection. We were also on dial-up at times, hoping our mom doesn't pick up the phone and ruin our online multiplayer game. But so it's different. So it's hard to patch in things. They have to go through a lot of different things. Whereas online and MUT, they can just kind of send it on their own. It's a server side versus the client side change, which was zones would be client side. But as far as listening to the feedback, I think, EA, I feel like we've done a pretty good job bullying them on a lot of things.
Yeah, with the pack strike. I was just about to bring that up. That pack strike, they know, listen, when you said, when would a company see, what company would do that? They saw, that should still be going on right now. Better pack odds. And the pack strike is not just the packs. That's what I was trying to post on Twitter when I was, really promoting it. It really is just not the packs up behind the pack strike. The pack strike is just a title. And under that category of that title, there's a surplus amount of things under there that should be brought to the attention of EA. Gameplay-wise, bugs and fixes, lackless and careless when the promos come out, sending them out late. Especially this, when you have someone who's supposed to be in packs as a limited time, not in the fucking pack? Bro. Yeah. And the make rights are dog shit? That's just a smack in the face. That's just oh yeah, fuck you. I mean, really, it's depressing. It's messed up, and I know everyone in the chat can agree on that. This game, this is my thing. Do you think a competitor would make this company wake up and say, "Holy shit"? Say an NBA. Remember when Madden 2K, Madden I feel like 2K made a game for Madden. I forgot the exact title, but I played it years ago.
2K.
Yeah, 2K. 2K made it, right?
Yeah, 2K5.
Yeah, 2K5.
Yeah.
Now, listen, if 2K or someone came out there and said, yo, we're going to fucking compete with EA, does that wake them up? Does that make a better product? I think there's,
It's got to. Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, without a doubt, competition, that's literally what our entire friggin' country is founded on and how our whole system works. And then monopolies are generally broken up like Ma Bell. But, obviously they can't do it because it's, just an exclusive license and not, an actual quote-unquote monopoly because, the NFL's got their thing going on. So, yeah, I mean, without a doubt, I agree. I absolutely agree that competition would make this game better. But, it's not happening. It's not happening for another 5 years.
Yeah,
and the thing about EA is also they respond. I also, like I said, play MLB, and they literally have come out and said, the game's working as intended. That pissed me off and literally got me off their game and on any sort of whatsoever. Because the gameplay is awful in MLB The Show. A lot of people won't tell you that because they love the way that their normally spent content is. Best normally spent content in sports games without a doubt on MLB.
Yeah, MLB.
But when they come out and said it's working as intended, the entire community some are like, oh yeah, that's silly because I can show you these evidence, and the other half community is like, no, it's definitely working. That's baseball, baby. But when Madden came out, and this is the beautiful thing about the Madden community. When 2 years ago, when Clint went on GMM and talked about the average points per game in the NFL comparing to Madden when he came in like yeah, it's kind of fine. The entire community rallied and said, "Clint, you're a goddamn moron. This game fucking sucks. There's no defense." And like it was, people were scoring too much. And with the MLB community got like this infighting, but the Madden community, we're great. We know this sucks. We know it all sucks together, and we all band together. We got this it's like the 1980 Olympic men's hockey team. We all hate Coach Herb Brooks, so we're all gonna play better and defeat those Russians. But like, so we all hate the same, and it's kind of nice to be all swimming in the same direction. Except, I will say during Pack Strike, I saw a lot of people being really weird. Like we were just trying for like a better game, and people was like, "But your motivations," and it's like, well. But I mean, we can try it, can't we? Like, what else should we do? Nothing else is working. They still give us like now this is a few months later, and like, dude, this recent program came out, right? This Team of the Week clone called Wild Cards, and they're like giving us 93s for 3% in the pack, right?
Yeah.
These packs, we got 5 of them yesterday, 5 of them again today, and the fact that these things are just 3% or just over 3% for a 93 and 93s, I don't know where they going for 20K. And the cost is $50K for this pack.
Wow.
Okay. When we had just Campus Heroes, remember those things came out? These packs were at 26% for a 93. Wow. They've been nerfed twice, down to 6%. Campus Hero promo, which came out, I don't know, it was like a month ago. I don't remember. It was a while ago.
About 2 months ago, I would say.
A few weeks. I don't know. Whenever Campus Heroes came out, but like, dog, the pack outs here are better. The pack outs are getting worse. That's why we did the pack strike. EA, it seems like they didn't notice. Like they don't care. Their toppers are trash. Their packs are tracked back in trash. So, like, we had a cool few months with packs being kind of worth it. Now the market is down. There's no market anymore because the TVP's gone. The packs no longer spit out valuable cards.
Holy shit.
They're rarer than hell. And it's like we're back to square one. So, like, yeah, the pack strike, in a long term, you're right. It's back to square one. It didn't matter. It's like they kind of like, it worked for a few months, I guess. But then in the end, yeah, back to where we were.
There's one thing I just literally just had in my head, and I got it now. Now, do you think NCAA will hurt the company EA? Benefit them? I think it's going to... Now, listen, as a whole, I'm saying when they make this game NCAA come out, you're telling me they can barely take care of this fucking game. Now, when you're coming out with another freaking football game, they're going to be able to control both of those? I don't know. I don't know if they can do it. The game's gonna suck. And is it? I never played an NCAA. At least I think I did. I just don't remember. Was there a MUT, like a Madden? Will there be Madden Ultimate Team? Like,
yeah, there was on some of the later NCAAs. There was.
I mean, I don't know how I feel about that. I just don't think they're gonna be able to control both. In my opinion, I just don't think they're gonna be able to handle, like, let alone the problems that I have on MUT right now. Imagine the problems with NCAA and the hype it has. They even delayed the NCAA, right? If I'm not mistaken, they delayed the release of that.
Yeah, a year.
Yeah. So, I mean, listen, I think, my opinion, this game itself, this is my opinion. I actually thought about this. I said it to my chat one time. Now, people in the chat are going to be like, bro, that sounds stupid. They should not make a Madden for 1 year. Come back, or just, this is 2 options. Come back, don't make a Madden for a year, and make the best possible Madden next year, or something like that. Or, instead of us buying, because I feel like when I buy a new Madden, it's just like a patch update, the new Maddens now. It's just like little patch updates. Why not just like, I know this sounds stupid, but just thinking about it, like, why not just come out with a game called Madden, and every freaking year you just update it, wipe it out, clean it up, stuff like that. Because every time I'm buying $100 game, it's just a little tweak. Oh, they changed the freaking scoreboard. Yeah, $100 more. What did they add this Madden? They got rid of so many things that weren't the issue past Madden. Weekend League, I know it caused people heart problems, whatever. I mean, so does Weekend League and FUT, and FIFA Ultimate Team.
Yeah.
But think about FIFA. That's another thing I bring up too. When you look at the browse section, I always do this on stream. Whenever I get mad my chat knows. Whenever I get mad, I look at the browse section, and I'm going to go to the browse section right now, where we see Madden is. Now, let's look at what's better, or what's more viewership wise in Madden. This is what I do whenever I get pissed. I don't know about you. I just, number wise, you got fucking chess and Genshin Impact, ASMR. You got Nintendo Switch Sports with more viewers. Now, NBA 2K23, Red Dead Redemption, more viewers. So I bring this up to my chat saying, if EA doesn't find motivation, the reason why this game sucks is because no one wants to stream it because it's so, in my opinion, not as good. You have the Stalker Anomaly, RimWorld, and then you have Among Us. You have like this Fallout 4. You have these games that, shouldn't be higher than Madden. This is there's no competitor. This is the only football game. And this game has lower viewership than Genshin Impact.
To be fair to Genshin Impact, it's one of the biggest games in the world.
I'm just bringing it for instance. Sea of Thieves.
Yeah.
I'll even bring up Marvel Snap.
Madden far underperforms what it should as far as game sales.
Yeah.
And that's because most of the game sales are casuals, and most of this game is dedicated towards the hardcore. And Madden does well on YouTube. I will say not as well as FUT, but it does well on YouTube. Twitch, I don't know why Madden's never done well on Twitch. People don't watch Madden for Twitch. I think it's also maybe part of when it came around. But because it came when Madden was there in the early 2000s, and it was YouTube, and then kind of grew with that. And I don't know why. I think Madden is just on a gameplay wise without it, just because you're so conditioned to run the same plays, maybe we get bored of it. I don't know why Madden struggles so much on Twitch as far as viewership.
I don't understand. I even talk about with my chat too. Is obviously for you, obviously you're known. I watched you for years. Besides this, I knew who you were years ago, and still to this day. Now for you, what is your vision right now? Do you see yourself still playing this game in the next 5-10 years? What do you see in your future right now in terms of where this game's at? I don't know. What do you think about Madden as a whole? For the future, what is your vision?
Yeah, next 5 to 10 years, I'm just gonna probably have a heart attack live on stream, or an aneurysm or something, and die. So that's basically my long-term plan. I continue. I'm gonna continue to play it. I hate this game, but we're addicted.
That's what I tell my chat. My chat says, Matt, then stop fucking buying packs, and I'm like, yo, I can't. I just can't. It's just so fun. You put $100 and you're like a little kid. You're like, cha-ching, okay, we pulled a 95. I'm bugging out. The chat's going nuts, and it's just stuff like that it makes the game. It's addicting. I feel this is a drug, Madden. It really is the fucking drug in terms of pack addiction wise and just the game. They have to put in the beginning of opening this game, if you have a gambling addiction, call this number because this shit gets crazy sometimes with addiction. Because when you're spending money, dollar bills, you see it go in front of you. When I'm pressing a button in Madden, I'm like, oh, they just added a little. If you go to the store right now, $135, 18,000 points. That sounds fair. Buy. You buy a ton, and then you're like, fuck, I just spent $500. That's a PS5 almost. And then you're like, holy shit. I mean, you could use it as business expenses. I understand. That's normal to do. Your tax write-offs, business expenses, tax season's around the corner, that kind of thing. But it comes to a point, how much money is normal to spend on this game? I spend thousands on this video game, more. And it's just it bothers me because I'm giving this company thousands of dollars with that money, they can help make this game better. But what do? They slap you in the face and say, oh, Team of the Year coming out March. Updates, fuck yourself. I don't know.
No, I agree with you there. And, what was the point I was going to make about, NMS, packs money. So, I actually lost it. God dang it. What was I going to say about packs and stuff? Oh, yeah, here it was. So, anyway, we used to joke back in Madden 15, 16 on the subreddit I saw. I remember this about how it's cheaper to have a heroin habit than MUT very much. And then last year, I saw this post, and he was going over this. He actually got a heroin habit, and he said, somebody introduced it to him or whatever, and he's like, no, MUT's way better. MUT has an addiction. There are some bad addiction. You lose a lot of money in MUT without a doubt.
Yeah.
But I mean, how much can you reasonably spend a year on Madden? $10K, and you'll have always the best team, plus always best card every day they come out, if you spend that much. Gambling edition, $10K. I've seen people, I've literally been next to people at a casino put it on a hand before, and I'm like, wow, that's kind of insane. It was he must have been rich. He was this was a while ago. Dude was mid-20s maybe. I was like, that's probably dad's money, whatever. But anyway, like, or like heroin, like shit can go real bad. But yeah, MUT is absolutely addicting, and absolutely like does bring people into the gambling. And I know that's a big controversy, along with like, EA says, oh no, it's not gambling because you can't get money out of it, which is technically true. So it's not the legal definition of it, but it's
Yeah, I know. But you're still spending thousands and thousands of dollars. And the thing that bothers me the most, like as a kid, I didn't see, but now I see as because again, I'm still young. I'm 20. I'm like not even really an adult yet. I'm like 21. This year I'll turn 21. But what I see is every year I pay, let's say $5,000 you spend on this game, right? Next year that team is worthless. There's no, like, I know for content creators you need to spend that money because that, again, it's a type of it's a write off, and it's also an expense where you give the chat the best possible Madden team. You show them the best possible new cards. You have early access to it, and it's cool. But at the same point, like for non-content creators who play this game, I try to tell them, if you stop spending money on this game, because literally next year your team's worthless. And I get like there's an addiction.
Definitely.
And I try to promote to my chat, like, guys, listen, I'm doing this so you guys don't have to do it. Straight up, like, just don't do it. Because you see how bad it is on me. It's going to be even worse for you, because I think streamers have sometimes better pack luck. There's times when I'm streaming and I'm pulling some insane cards. And then when they're at, when I go in my Discord and I'm looking at people's, in my Madden chat, what they pulled, they're like, yo, these fucking packs sucked, bro. I'm like, I told you, don't buy them. I feel like there's some type of pack luck when someone's recording. I don't know. That's maybe superstitious, but that's how I feel. And I don't know. I just try to tell like the regular Madden player, do not fucking spend money in this game unless you want to, unless you have the money to do so. So,
yeah, Madden's either going to take a portion of your life with time to be like no money spent, or your paycheck if you don't have time and you want to play it in MUT. So it's absolutely a resource drain on people, and you really have to love it to play it. So yeah, definitely, absolutely do not spend money on MUT whatsoever unless you are a content creator to show just how bad these packs end up being. Like, it's interesting, like, yeah, you say about the year over year, and you kind of lose money. To be fair, you could sell the Rock Bottom coins, my coin sponsor, to get money out of MUT, because I know people have said they've literally paid for college by selling coins in Madden. So yeah, it's absolutely something you can do. I see people all the time. So it's kind of like nice, and it sucks that EA's banning people because they don't get a cut of that. But it is nice the community is able to support each other for people that are able to grind, and the people that don't have the time to grind.
That's another thing too, like with the banning of they really are strict on that. Another thing I want to bring up too is the BNDs. I hate that. Like, say for instance, if we were to wager me versus you, right? I put up a 95 overall, you put up the same 95 overall. If I trade that to you, you can't even fucking sell it. And I find that so stupid. Past Maddens, you were able to sell it. Why would they change that? Like, if I'm trading you a card, saying like a little sneak, like, yo, I got hey, yo, Tony, got the stuff over here. Hey, how you doing? Throw a little 95 overall, sell it, you buy another card, W. But the fact you can't do that anymore, it's like, wow, they really want you they're chokeholding me to spend money and pull that 95. So
yeah, because of the coin selling market, they took away that. And I will say, I think Madden's still really cool to have the trade block in the game. It's the only sports game that has it still. And you know what? I'm not going to criticize anything around the trade block whatsoever.
I love the trade block.
Yeah, I think it's incredible. So like the fact they took it away and made it B&D, I mean, a lot of people know you could trade, like you could like what I'm doing right now. I'm just quick selling cards. If you want to trade, you can quick sell it for training. You can still do that. You can quick sell it for coins on certain classes of cards that quick sell for coins if you do want to transfer that. So there are ways of doing that, and if you're paying out a gamble like that, or playing out like a bet, there's definitely ways of transferring value from one to another.
Yeah.
So, I think we're kind of on the same page as far as this game. Like, do you see? So you think Madden 20 is the worst ever? You don't see? I personally
not the worst ever. I would say top 5 though.
Yeah. Like, oh yeah, that's right. So in my experience, when I rage, I hate this game, and I rage quite a bit. But I feel like I'm raging less, and I don't know if that's due to being like, just growing old, being a dad now. You realize, okay, well, there are bigger things. But like, I feel like the gameplay is getting a lot closer to
perfection,
competent
or better. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
It's getting closer. It's getting better. It's not quite there yet.
No,
MUT
not at all.
itself has been treading water for years. And I don't see the innovation. I love that in a practice mode. I've used it a ton this year already. I need to see more innovation going forward from the MUT team. I think they've really let me down these past few years. Like, we haven't got anything cool or new since, like, salary cap outside of this practice. You know, they kind of just reshuffle the deck chairs on the Titanic this year with the item manager and sets and auction house. Like, the sets, it's a side grade, in my opinion. So, like, I don't know. MUT needs to show me something big next year, and I realize they focused big on franchise, and they did lose a lot of that franchise staff to the NCAA. I don't know how many MUT workers they lost to NCAA either. But, like, so I feel like it's weird. Like MUT used to absolutely hard carry the hell out of this game with gameplay as tragic as it was for many years. But it feels like I'm starting to see a little shift. Like, the gameplay team, as much as we hate Clint and a lot of decisions he makes and a lot of, like, the bullshit that still happens, it is getting better. And I'm not going to say it's not. And so I see a forward trajectory for Madden. I feel like it's getting better. It's going up. I absolutely do think they are listening to us on a lot of things. Some things they listen to the wrong people on. But what do you feel about the future of Madden and its trajectory going forward, both gameplay-wise and MUT-wise?
Well, like I discussed, I feel they need to add the things I said just to, along the roads. Yeah. But as a whole, I just really hope next year, like next Madden 24, like we said, the zones are fixed. Many other things are fixed. And I think I think we're a few Maddens closer to like almost perfect. I know there's not such thing as perfect, but almost perfect Madden. And I think we're close, like we said. I think it's not next Madden, but I'm really hoping it's in the next 3. I always give things 3 chances. So I'm really going to give this game... fucking sound like an addict. 3 more years of I'm gonna give it 3 more years of redemption. Let's give it 3 more years. So I'm gonna give it 3 more chances, and that's fucking 3 strikes you're out. Because I said that 5 Maddens ago, and I still bought it.
Because you're gonna get pissed next year. Yeah, and Madden's always 3 years away at this point, right? Yeah, we're totally addicts.
Yeah, it's fucking hilarious. Bad. It's bad.
Fool me only 3 more times, you son of a bitch.
Yep.
Oh, that's actually hilarious. I love that. Hey, Matt, this was a blast. I love having you on.
And best of luck. We definitely have to get a game on stream one day.
Are you Xbox or PlayStation?
PlayStation.
Oh, nice. We both got it. Yeah. Hit me up. I broadcast same time every day. Let's do we can do it any day. Fridays. Don't have no content.
I'm down whenever. I don't have an apps like a Beast Mode Ultimate Team. If you want to play regs, I'm always down. I'm down literally anytime today, tomorrow, next day. Just hit me up on Discord. And the Den, thank you for having me. It was nice talking to you guys tonight.
Yeah, it was a blast. Take care.
Talking to you, brother. Take care, guys.
Yeah, peace.